I guess sitting in a mosque for me as a Jewish person is very challenging. Even the thought of it coming here was quite challenging, and I was quite anxious about it. And it's just been a really interesting process to do it.
I don't have a particular religion, or I don't belong to a particular religion, so in that sense it was both challenging and eye-opening for me to have those discussions and talk about Islam.
You might have one view of God and somebody else might have another view of God, and I have another view of God, you know, so it's good to come to these places and see it all merge and get a deeper understanding, I guess.
If there's an opportunity to learn something about something else that you don't know anything about, and you think you can either do it or not do it, well, I'd prefer to do it and see what it means.
The thing that struck me most was the kindness and the hospitality of these people. They are not individualistic at all. They live for other people and parting from their faith, and I thought that was really beautiful, the goodness of those people. So yeah.
Here in Istanbul, there's a lot of love, and you know, people call you their sister, and they've only known you for a week, and yet I've known people back at home who I've known for years and years and years, and you can barely hug them. You know, they don't open themselves to you, and I think that's what we need. We all need to be open to each other because we are all one species.
I realized this 9 days that whereas my previous experience being that Islam is a foundation for a lot of evil, I've experienced this 9 days that it's also the foundation for a lot of good things, for a lot of love, for care for humanity, and yeah, it's, I think, a really important insight that I've gained from these 9 days. Yeah.
I came here with, I guess, very little idea on what to expect in the program, you know, and then just I expected, you know, maybe going to mosques, maybe praying a little bit, and 1 or 2 lectures maybe about what Islam is and Sufism and whatnot, and then I came here and day after day just bombarded with all these different cultural experiences. It was very uplifting and very mind-blowing, and I got so many deep theological and philosophical discussions that happened. It was just, it was overwhelming a little, but in a positive way.
I expected to be challenged by sitting in an Islamic Muslim holy place, but I also had the feeling that this program wouldn't be happening unless there were positive things to find here.
Well, I guess in a way I didn't know what to expect at all, and in another way I expected to be with a group of people who were interested in learning about another culture and another religion, but the caliber of people and the caliber of our lecturers and our hosts and the discussions we're having and the things we're learning and how willing everyone is to just throw themselves into this and bare their souls is just above and beyond what anyone could have imagined.
I've always been interested in Sufism for a long time, and Rumi, and I've been reading, not before this program came up, but for years I've been reading all sorts of things that have interested me about, and I really don't understand it particularly well, and I thought it would be a very good opportunity to become immersed in something and get a flavour for what it is in a realistic way.
When I heard about the program, I sort of thought about it and I thought, well, it'll be an interesting place to come, and seemed a bit more accessible than, I guess, other Islamic countries to come to Turkey. So yeah, it seemed like another great way to experience an immersion into another culture and also into Islam.
I think it's important that the Western world gets to know this program, just based on the fact that and this was part of the reason why I came, was because of the Islamophobia that's going on in the world. You know, the fact that there's so much fear around Islam for no real reason except ignorance.
I think it's important in this day and age that we take time to listen to people that are suffering so much in the world, like, with prejudice. You know, Muslims are getting such a hard time at the moment, and I think it's really important to be compassionate and, you know, be the first person to say, I'm willing to listen to you and I'm willing to be your friend.
First of all, it was a wonderful experience. I enjoyed it very much. Before I came, I didn't have real expectations about it. I just came with an open mind, and it was mind-blowing. We learned about Islam, we learned about Turkish culture and customs, and the people that we met was amazing, and the projects that they are doing, and it was incredible. And also being together, having this experience with a group was wonderful.
For me, coming here, at first I was trying to think about how it should be and what the program would be like. And after being here for 9 days, I couldn't imagine it would be this good and beautiful.
It really is more of a cultural, holistic experience that is so valuable. I felt so welcomed, and so I feel the intention of the people wanting to share themselves with us really sells it. You know, it's not about, maybe I came with some critical eyes, looking for where the things are that we see in the media. You know, where is the hatred, and where is the harsh Islam that we see on the news. But what I found has been really soft and warm and informational and quite transparent. They're not trying to hide anything, but rather show much more than we see on the TV. Yeah. And I think that's made all the difference, really. Yeah.
I would recommend the program to people because it's accessible and easy to understand, and you become embraced by the group. And there's a philosophy of care, it seems to me, that everybody is noticed and made sure that they're okay on this journey.
Some of the subjects are pretty heavy, and when you have, for example, a guide like Ahmed, he's just the perfect combination of humor. But firstly, he's got a lot of knowledge, and he's a dedicated Muslim, but he also can see the fun things about life and making jokes, and it's just the perfect combination. Good information and a lot of humor.
There was a lot of joking around. There was a lot of emotional stuff going around as well. I mean, there was jokes, but there was also crying and cuddling and everything. And it was such an open group, and it felt great to connect to, as well as to the group, as well as all the people we visited, the Turkish people. It's been an unforgettable experience.
Wasn't for a month in 3 words. Oh my God.